I belong here. I don't think I fit in.
Oh, nonsense. Of course you do.
Oh, no, I mean it. I mean it. It's just somebody... I don't think I belong here. I don't think I fit in.
Oh, nonsense. Of course you do.
Oh, no, I mean it. I mean it. It's just somebody must have goofed if I gotta stay here another day.
Peace! Professor Griff, public enemy, the ex-minister.
Which means it's too strong.
All right. Let's see what we're looking at. Let's see what we're looking like. All right, family. It's Professor Griff, and thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate that. Hope everyone is doing well. All right. Peace and greetings to everyone. So tonight I wanted to discuss, well, first of all, let me say this. Peace, Quan, how you feel? Yeah, Quan said I'm on deck, man. All right. Quan is on deck. Who else we got on deck, man? Melrose Closet. Oh, that must be, I don't know. Melrose Closet look like. Z, the Darken. All right. Okay, the Dark on. I got you. Nick, Monique Hill, Tylene. I think I said that right. Patrick Crawford, what's good with you? All right. Chastity, how you feel? Richie Rich. Yo, let me some of them ends, Richie Rich. Since you got it like that. For real. All right. Anyway, this is Professor Griffin. This is Serious Minds. Thank you very much. The government attempts to raise the standards of cobalt mines. All right. Just from the rip, we're going to dive right into it. All right. I saw a clip, I think on YouTube. Nope. TikTok, Instagram, something. One of them. Quan, you said you maintaining? All right. Marco Tremaine was good. I was on TikTok, I think. Scrolling through, seeing what piqued my interest. There's some things I could have talked about tonight, but I said, nope, those things really don't interest me. Yada, 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 whoopie whoop. All right. Yu Akata, peace to you, good bro. So I was scrolling through TikTok, and this thing was about that Joe Rogan was talking about. It says Joe Rogan left shocked with slavery and unimaginable poverty being exploited by big tech companies for cobalt. All right, I'm going to read from the 9SM, and I'll write just from the rip. I want everybody to look up cobalt. What is cobalt? It's a natural resource coming out of Africa. All right, COBALT. But from the 9SM, Revolutionary Daily Thoughts, January 4th, which was yesterday. I didn't come on, so let me read that. A wise man who knows proverbs reconciles difficulties. The Yoruba proverb. And we affirm that I learn and teach wisely. January 5th. The key to success against their genocidal designs is knowledge of the intent of our enemy. We must know, we have knowledge of the intent of our enemy. All right. If you claim these people are your friends, all right, then what is their intent? If you say that they're your enemies, what is your enemy's intent? All right. I affirm I know my enemies. All right. And we should affirm that we know thyself. All right. That's from the Nayan Sasim Revolutionary Daily Thoughts, a calendar of Revolutionary Daily Thoughts, K. Imwalimu K. Bomani Barudi. All right. Okay. I'm going to dive deeper into those in a study group. I think I'm going to do them weekly to sum them up all in 1 week. All right. So make sure y'all go to www.seriousmindsedu.com and join the membership group. All right. All right. Join the Mighty Networks membership group. All right. So let me kind of dive into this conversation. Conversation was that I was listening to was very interesting simply because Joe Rogan seemed genuinely shocked. It wasn't like somebody was putting on. It was really critical. The shock value was so authentic. It kind of had my attention. So I had to press watch again. So I started to do the research and look it up. All right. Nate 213. I think they timed that perfectly and they planned that. That when the oil reserves are running out and they're having difficulties on a global scale with Russia, all of a sudden now they've been discovered in places like Africa and Haiti and other places to discover natural resources that will run their electric cars and cell phones and this kind of thing. But Joe Rogan left shocked with slavery and unimaginable poverty being exploited by big tech companies for Cobalt. Joe Rogan Experience is a show that often brings out astonishing facts and revelations. The recent episode has done something similar. Episode number 1914 of the popular podcast hosted by Joe Rogan had a noted expert in modern-day slavery, human trafficking, and child labor. All right. Mr. Kara, K-A-R-A. Kara is also the author and was talking about the soon-to-be-released book Cobalt Red. Cobalt Red. Let me do my screen. Let me see. Okay. There's my screen. And what you're seeing on the screen right now, you might not see it if you're on IG. Hold on, let me see if I can show it to you guys. And this is what I'm showing on the screen. 15,000 Africans crammed into this small space. 15,000. All right. They're digging up this cobalt with their hands. Most of them do not have tools. All right. It says it surprised Joe Rogan to learn that there was nothing called clean cobalt, as many corporations that dealt with the recyclable batteries. All right. This is very critical when we start talking about natural energy, when we start talking about advanced technology, when we start talking about having the natural resources to be able to sustain a certain standard of living, not only in America, but in England and in other places. When you're bringing the natural minerals up out of Africa, all right, what has to happen in those particular countries that don't want America in, that don't want multinational corporations in? What happens? All right, so we have to understand this particular dynamic and how this particular thing works. All right, so when you look at it, certain countries, Republic of the Congo, ban exports of copper and cobalt concentrates to encourage miners to process and refine the red metal within its borders according to an order from the Mines Ministry. So now that the Africans are catching on to what's going on around the planet, Africans are saying, no, we want you to mine the cobalt within inside the borders. And then whatever deals need to be made, we'll make them within inside the borders with any foreign countries. Now, guess what's going to happen? They're going to send the economic hitmen in. And once the economic hitmen in can't make the deal and can't persuade the Democratic Republic of Congo to make the deal that they want, then they'll fabricate a war or a conflict. They'll arm both sides, and both sides will shoot and kill one another, shoot each other down, and then these people will come in and be the mediators. It happens every single time. It is nothing new. It is nothing new. This happens all the time, family. This is nothing new. All right, the Congo says companies have 90 days to clear stocks. The Congo says other emerging companies have taken similar steps. Glencore, Freeport, McMoran already processed copper in the Congo. In Kinshasa, April 17th, by Reuters, the Democratic Republic of Congo has banned exports of copper and cobalt concentrates to encourage miners to process and refine the red metal within its borders, according to an order from the Mines Ministry. The order, seen by Reuters on Wednesday, provides companies 90 days to clear stocks before the ban is enforced. It is dated April 5th and signed by the Mines Ministry, Martin Kawilulu. All right. Now, mark my words, what's going to happen. Now you're going to find conflict in that particular region. This is how they operate. All right. War Gatu says, I saw it too. Cobalt mine, thousands of humans digging with their hands to get precious mineral up out of the ground to service multinational corporations to continue to make iPhones and other products. Congo is not alone in the emerging resource-rich nations. It's discouraging exports of concentrates, the intermediate products that feed smelters and refiners. Hold on. To focus on producing high-value intermediate or finished products. They want to be able to do that inside of Africa instead of doing it outside of Africa. It would provide more jobs. You get more bang for the buck. All right, it'll put more people to work. 15,000 Africans don't have to be crammed in a certain space now. All right, digging with their hands, which is borderline just, unimaginable. Among these, most impacted, along with small-scale miners, however, in Kazakh miner ENRC, which exports concentrate to be processed across the border in Zambia, is commissioning a new mine. Frontier will produce 40,000 tons of copper and concentrate in 2013, or since 2013. So it's no surprise to us that these precious minerals and these much needed resources and these minerals coming out of the continent. All right. We've been knowing about this for a long time. It's just that the major news agencies won't report it. All right. We need to understand that particular dynamic and how that works. All right. Okay. Let me get my screen back. All right. What's your take on it, fam? I'm just curious to know. What is your take on it? What are the health risks? in digging in the ground for cobalt and other precious minerals to service multinational corporations. What is the health risk? All right. I think I've heard King Simon breaking down this year 2023, which is actually the number 7. And we all know the number 7 and the numerology surrounding the number 7. If you study a deeper insight in who we are as a people and what's going on the planet, there's people like King Simon and other people already letting us know what's about to happen in America. All right. You said boycott iPhone. I think boycotting iPhone. That, yeah, you might just want to go to the source. All right. And I think it's a little deeper than boycotting an iPhone. All right. All right. Anyway, moving on to the second part of the show, we're going to double back on that. Got my guest up with me. Peace. What's going on, man?
Peace. All is well.
You all right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you feeling?
All right. Where my people at, man?
Man, they upstairs. They on they on their way.
Oh, I hear you. All right. Just wanted to kind of throw something at you. I don't mean to throw you a curveball today.
Oh, no worries.
First, we need to give the disclaimer and just to let people know, my guest tonight, as it is every week, every other week or whatever, Dr. Gabriel Hernandez L. and my good sister Aisha Ra L. All right. So give the disclaimer, tell the people who you are, let them know about your company, let them know how to contact you guys.
True indeed. True indeed. Peace and love. My name is Dr. Hernandez L. Basically, I just wanted to give a disclaimer first. Basically, nothing that we say is to treat, cure, diagnose, mitigate, prescribe, etc. So this is not medical advice. I'm a naturopathic doctor. Have been for the last 20 plus years. I'm also a Qigong instructor, among other things. My queen, who will be down shortly, she is a expert yoga fitness practitioner and a herbalist of the highest degree. And what we do is we help people. So we have a company called My Pharmacy, and we help people around the world basically find balance.
It's beautiful.
Indeed.
A lot of people need some balance. So do me a favor. What I wanted to talk about tonight, I have a list of people that I'm going to put talk about on the screen.
Sure.
And they say death come in threes. I don't necessarily want the conversation to center around them, but the lifestyle that we're living when we're in this entertainment industry, mindset, spirit, environment. So if you can just meditate on that for a minute. And while we're meditating on that, the box that you guys put together for me,
Indeed.
X called and said, listen, I got the sniffles, scratchy throat, a little cough, blah, 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 whatever. Just being out and about, being on the range, being at the gun shows, being just, trying to train.
Amongst
and
the people.
You delivered a package. What was that package?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Unc. I didn't even look inside. I was sent on a mission for you. So like in the cold of the night,
Well, let me tell you what. Maybe I can tell you what it is, and you can explain them.
Yeah, sure.
There was serious rub on, man.
Okay.
That I rubbed all over my chest.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it wasn't like a Vicks vapor rub. It was something that smelled a lot more pleasant than that, and it went to work immediately.
For sure. For sure.
So much so, the hair on my chest looked like your beard. No, it don't. I'm just saying. But no, it worked. It got me clear.
Indeed.
Nasal passages started clearing. I took some, put it up under my nose.
That's how you do it.
Yeah. So, and then
Ooh, I hope that's not my internet.
some fire cider
Oh, yes. Yes.
hit the back of my throat. And I was like, making me call on guys I don't even believe in, man. I'm calling on. Woo! And then there's some black elderberry.
Yes.
Then there's some black elderberry. And then what else was there? There was one other thing that was there. I forget what it was. But I know it's 4 products.
She'll be down in a minute. She'll be able to go in full detail of why she even put it all together. I don't want to guess because we have a few different roll-ons. I want to say she might have custom made that for you. I don't know, but a lot of times we do have things that people already order from us, and we do have bombs and salves and all things, those nature. But a lot of times we custom. So, we basically have run an apothecary for the last 4-5 years or so.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
We,
All right.
we
So while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and run down some of these people's names, these individuals. I mean, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
all right. I'm trying to adjust my camera right here so the people here could see. But anyway, I'll let them see for a second. Then I got to turn this thing back around. All right, it says poor connection. I'm gonna turn it back around anyway. All right, here we go.
Yeah, you broke up. If you can hear me, I'm not sure.
Fire dies at 67. That is an early age. Fred White of Earth, Wind, and Fire dies at 67. He can die in a minute. I think it's not. Either Pointer of the Pointer Sisters. I think all of them have passed. Now I think this is the last one.
There's one more.
Neither one of the Pointer Sisters dies at 74 years old.
Yeah, there's one more living Pointer Sister.
Last but not least, since we always say death comes in threes. Last but not least, Gangsta Boo. Don't try to play like y'all don't know who Gangsta Boo is. Y'all know who Gangsta Boo is. Y'all was up in the strip club, and Gangsta Boo's song came on. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all knew exactly who it was. Where them dollars at? And where them dollars? I'm like, okay, Gangsta Boo, we got you. All right. Yeah. Gangsta Boo was part of 3-6 Mafia.
Thanks.
I don't care what kind of music they make. I do care. But yeah, man. Me and them brothers, when we first met, we just connected. We just, you understand what I'm saying? Shout out to 3-6 Mafia. I'm not saying that to say I agree with the music that they put out. I'm just saying those are my peoples. You understand what I'm saying? My physical brother or sister or uncle or cousin may do some things I don't like. They still my relatives. Thanks. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, let's get that straight. But it says Gangsta Boo, from what we know about the rapper's death, 2 days following the death of rap pioneer Gangsta Boo, given name Lola Chantrell Mitchell, a few details have been released. They found her basically unconscious, I believe, on her doorstep, front yard, or at home. And they say basically it had something to do with drugs. All right. So, um, when I looked at these 3 deaths, I said to myself, these are young people. 60 and 7. We used to live to be 1,000. 67 years old is young.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So, and I noticed all 3 of them were in the music industry. So I said to myself, what is it about the music industry that's causing these early deaths? If you could just touch on that for a minute.
Well, first
What
thing
do you
first,
think it is? All right.
you went out for a hot second on my end. What was the first person?
The first person was Fred White, the drummer for Earth, Wind, and Fire. I believe Maurice White's
Okay.
brother, I believe,
Yeah.
or relative.
All right.
He was the drummer for Earth, Wind, and Fire. And a lot of times with music, the way we get it, we don't necessarily know
Yeah.
who the drummer or the keyboard player or the horn player.
Yeah.
Unless you hear their name in a song, like James Brown shouted out his players.
Yeah.
You might hear a song by Sly and the Family Stone, and they may sing a line. You understand what I'm saying about who's on drums, or
All right.
there was a song by Graham Central Station, Larry Graham. He gave each one of his artists, his band members, a solo on one record called The Jam, and I think the jam was like 10 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
But all of them got down, and you knew who the individual was. You understand who they were when you saw them in concert.
Yeah.
But we never knew who Frank White was, who the drummer for Earth. Well, at least I didn't know.
Yeah. I mean, when you think about the power, the fact that he held that rhythm together. I mean, regardless of what they were playing, you could put them up against anybody.
Right.
Period. So that's a lot of power. That's a lot of knowledge that we lost. In that. So honors to that brother, and
Right.
peace and prayers to his family and all the people you mentioned.
Right.
Especially Gangsta Boo. I mean, she's a spitter in my eyes. And like you said, I've spent some time with them, all of them. They were doing some reunion stuff back like 2013. Got to interview them, spend a little time, and they were cool as you can. Talk about real and just like real people.
Right.
So yeah,
Exactly.
I have nothing.
Yeah. That's what I felt. That's what I felt when I met them. And when you talk about the idea of just putting out music from where you are, that doesn't necessarily say who you ultimately going to be.
That's right.
I know once the arrow leaves the bow, you can't call it back.
Thanks.
But when she left 3-6 Mafia, she went into the church. I don't know what happened with that dynamic, but she ended up back on the rap scene in Gangsta Boo. If your people are listening, or the rest of the people in 3-6 Mafia, the game has changed since she left and came back. It's gotten more wicked.
Mm-hmm.
And it's taking lives like it ain't nothing, man.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So what is it about the music industry and health that we need to take a look at?
Man, it's a lot of things. And I think it's always been prevalent. There's a few things, drugs being one of them out front. I mean, you can go back in the history of recorded music. You can probably go back before that, but at least recorded music. I mean, from jump, we've always seen that as an option. When some of our biggest stars have fallen to overdoses, drinking, etc. The combination of the two, excessively, partying like a rock star, partying, the excessive partying, does a lot of work on the adrenal glands.
Right.
You're pulling on the kidneys and the adrenals. You're using up all of your essence. That's like your fight or flight is being used up on a constant basis. The same thing happens when you drink a lot of coffee. So you have to be careful how you use some of these substances, because they force you to secrete or get numb to certain synapses and certain type of reactions,
Right.
chemical reactions in your body. Um, so it's important to regulate that. Um, the diet when you're on tour, when which a lot of these artists are constantly on
Mhm.
a majority of the time.
Right.
When they do that, as you well know, you're stopping at Burger Slut, you're stopping at, all of these different fast food chains that are basically feeding you food, non-food. They're giving you things. I think I saw something yesterday, showed a 20-year-old McDonald's burger that had not aged. It looked like they just unwrapped it from the thing and was like still looking. The bun was freshly, toasted. I don't know about freshly, but it was toasted. There was no old on it, no kind of
Right.
degradation. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what they're feeding the public, and so we have to be mindful of what we're putting into our body. Again, not only the food that we're eating, but also you're drinking a lot of sodas. You're drinking a lot of alcohol. When I was younger, I spent a lot of times in the studios. I know what goes down. You know what I mean? So that type of lifestyle on a consistent basis, especially so young, it really takes a toll on your liver and your kidneys. You see a lot of even athletes with their kidneys and different things like that. It's from
Right.
overextending
So,
that energy, and so
right.
sexual
Positive.
escapades by artists, cause them to also drain the adrenals and the kidney energy. But
Positive Soul says she just saw the Whitney Houston movie, and that speaks to directly to what we're talking about when we discuss this idea of trying to survive your health, your body, trying to survive the music industry. Not to mention your mind and your finances. You understand what I'm saying? We just talk about your health. Can you come out of it alive?
that's right.
A lot of people in rehab. A lot of people come develop habits, alcoholism, drug habits, just to cope. Spending habits, um, all of the above.
Yep.
It says Fred White, drummer of Earth, Wind, and Fire, dies at 67. He provided the beat on unforgettable hits like September, Let's Groove, Shining Star, and Boogie Wonderland. Let's see what he said. They said he died from. Founder Maurice White, but he provided rock so tempo. Da 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 da. Fred White, a drummer, Earth, Wind, and Fire, propelled some of the funkiest songs, pop, yada yada yada, whoop whoop. His death was announced on Instagram by his brother Verdine White. The band's bassist announcement did not say where he died, or it did not basically give the cause. So the brothers, Maurice, Verdine, and Fred, and I believe one of the other relatives were a horn player or something in the group. Yeah. And then our good sister, Anita Pointer, dies at 74. Anita Pointer rose to fame in the 1970s as a member of the hit sibling singing group, the Pointer Sisters, died Saturday at age 74. The cause of death was cancer, her publicist said. She died surrounded by family. Cancer, one death is unknown. And me, I'm just kind of, every time I hear unknown, they don't know the cause, I think of the jab. I just, yeah. Like the football player, not the one that passed out, the one that died a week ahead of that.
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville Jaguars, I think. it just never shocked and surprises me anymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
So yeah.
Yeah. That type of lifestyle, man, it's rough on the body. It's rough on the adrenals. That's the batteries to the body. You know, a gluttonous lifestyle, a lot of alcohol, a lot of women.
Yeah.
The combination of those things is definitely it's a recipe.
reading this thing about Gangsta Boo, reading further, they say she was found at a friend's home about 2:18 in the afternoon Sunday when responding to a call on a 1600 block of Rains Road. She was found dead in a friend's home, according to the Commercial Appeal. News partner WMC Action News, Channel 5, who spoke with Delmore H. Lawrence, also known as Mr. Del Lawrence, who had collaborated with 3-6 Mafia, the iconic Memphis group that propelled Mitchell to fame. Yep. Yeah. Anyway.
I think somebody's on their way down.
All right.
No, that's it's sad when anytime you hear somebody losing their life, especially somebody who, people who have been a part, of your life.
Even if it's at a distance, even if you went to every cookout and you heard an Earth, Wind and Fire song, and some experiences, your memorable experiences, you heard Pointer Sister song. A lot of the men I know, because certain jobs that I had, wink, wink, I seen a lot of brothers, they heard artists like Gangsta Boo and other artists. All right? Yeah. So Positive Soul also asks, has there be anything released on the cause of death for Irene Cara? I don't think that we got that cause of death about Irene Cara. I'm not sure what it was. Okay. Well, I know she's tended to mom duties. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's deep tonight. She on her way. She just hit the steps though. Said she was coming down, but then she I think she got us back up.
Tell if she want to do something special tomorrow, we can do it. Ain't no. Hey, we on it. We can do what we need to do.
Hold tight for 1 second. I'm gonna come back down with her. Hold on 1 second.
All right. All right. While we're waiting for them to come back, I think there needs to be a special focus on deaths and the cause of deaths. Not on these platforms, though, simply because if we start talking about the cause of death and we start talking about certain things, of course, y'all know what's going to happen. So Epic Eric put Al Roker was almost out of here. Al Roker has been almost out of here for at least 70 years, bro. That is. Yeah. Oh, give thanks, man. This thing is slow to that. And it's breaking up. Wow, hold on. I might have to reboot. Wow. Thanks, Griff, for the died suddenly shout out. Oh, give thanks. Quintessential. One.
All right. The illustrious. Let me allow me to present. Okay. The Empress. Basu.
Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. I just came out here. Oh my goodness. Peace and love, girl. Peace. My apologies. Peace and love. Woo,
That's right.
peace and love.
How you feel?
I'm feeling, harmonizing with the children and the babies. Yeah, it's peace and love. So I was like, trying to get back and forth. So yes, peace. So I'm feeling good. How you doing? How you
We know
feeling?
you have one of the right. We know you have one of the most awesome jobs on the planet, and that is being a mom. And with women, that should be one of the primary things in their life.
Ashe.
That thing should be exalted over anything else.
Ashe,
Yeah, but we don't hold that up. Everything else, you understand what I'm saying? It's everything else but that. Yeah.
Peace. Yeah.
Anyway, that package. We're waiting for you to describe what package you gave me.
Okay, so it was more so out of our immunity builder box. It was a quick, not a quick, more so of you need it right now. So you didn't get the full with the capsules and the Infinity Complex, but you did get the elderberry syrup. I think I gave you at least some teas, and I think our new segment fire cider is more so like it's like definitely a hot, peppery, savory immune booster, but you can also use it as a marinade.
Griff said something about it earlier. What you say, Griff?
He can take it as a shot. It's breaking up. I don't know what's going on.
He did say he was
having some. It says they just sent me a message and said they're having trouble something.
Yeah, I see it.
But until we got to shut it down. So the fire cider, I've never took a drink in my life, but I can imagine if it tastes worse than that and woodroot. You tasted woodroot, right?
I had.
Yeah, we got the word. Yeah, we got that. Yeah. Yeah, it's but this was more like savory. It's really good when you just take it in like a little bit, just a little shot, like as far as like a teaspoon.
I'm down in it, like.
Oh. No.
I said to myself, why would anyone want to be an alcoholic? The healthy stuff.
Yeah.
Is there any alcohol in that?
No, it's no.
It's an acquired taste. Damn. No, there's no alcohol in it, but I'm just imagining.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
There it is.
Yeah, this thing is breaking up bad.
Wow.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yes.
All right, cool. So the rub-on.
The rub-on. He was talking about the oil.
I mean, that works so well. I rubbed it on my knees and ankles and elbows. I mean, it worked.
Oh, give thanks. Well, yes, it's infused with some nice rosemary. So that definitely can assist there, but also rolling it on your areas of your chest and your lung. It's a respiratory blend. It's a called Holy Breath. Is it breaking up or still going on? I see it like glitching. Okay.
No, it's breaking up. But anyway,
yeah. I see. Okay.
The tea, the elderberry,
yes.
Yeah, the elderberry is good.
Yes, you had the turmeric as well. So that's just a nice blend that we have that's in the immunity builder box. So I know right then and there what you needed from what you said. So that's some quick, but also remedies that you can just keep on hand. So it's more so just to keep it. So we do that all the time. So make sure it's always been in our package. So that's one that you should keep like on hand. That's our go-to as well. So that's why we're able to keep the elderberry, because everybody is taking it. And I know I want to do that fire cider because it was grown in a garden.
Oh, and Griff, I use that fire cider for salad dressing.
Oh yeah, for the microgreens. It was really good. It's really good. Yes, it's like a savory. I made sure everyone tasted it.
Yeah, I pulled the whole peppers out, chopped them up, threw them in my salad.
All right.
Yeah.
See, that's why your beard growing like that. See, maybe I need to Because need to know. See, that's a dope name, man. The holy breath.
Indeed.
Yeah.
For the respiratory, so it's really good. Put in between the lymph areas in the chest, and also in the back of the neck and points around the body. So yeah, it definitely worked for, like you said, your knees, elbows, joints, but more so breathing. So anytime you're doing meditation, you want to open up in the
I was only joking about the knees, ankles, and elbows. I started growing hair on my elbows. I was like, I can't put
oh
this
no,
down.
not gonna grow no hair on your elbows.
Right, I'm just checking.
Oh my goodness.
Fred White, Rich White, Verdine White,
Ooh.
Talking about the sister that passed.
and we talked about Gangsta Boo passing away.
Oh.
And we was talking about basically just people, just pass this. They're not supposed to. Yeah.
Oh, they must have.
The day, people were living longer, man. Even though we were doing some of the things we were doing, people still living longer. Now,
Hey, we back.
yeah,
We back.
yeah, this thing is breaking up bad.
Hey.
Yeah.
Let
the people know how they can contact you guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yes. Oh, I didn't know it was still
There
working
must
on
be
it.
too much information tonight.
Because I knew it was breaking. Mypharmacy.com. Because I wanted to hear what Griff was about to say before that. So that's why I wanted. It was like, oh. But yes, you can contact us at smypharmacy.com. As we go onto the site, it's going to be more program based as far as us updating from more single
Yeah,
products. So you would definitely see that coming. Yeah, that's what I did. Oh man, I want to hear what you said. Is it doing it?
All right, so y'all putting packages together instead of single products?
Oh yes, we still have what we have most
All
of
right,
our.
fam, they're not gonna let us do this.
Oh, is it doing it?
Yeah, they glitching heavy.
Oh,
As you can see, fam. This thing is breaking up like a break dancer, man. This shit is like
it was. Yes, it was.
It's the digital
all right,
age.
we'll get back at it.
Well, guess what? Because I want to hear what Griff about to say before then. Ah, okay.
Might be on.